you are...
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Correct it. Are you listening to me? Are you listening?
Okay, now I can hear you.
So I have been doing a lot of meditating, reflecting, and contemplating. Yes, we will start going deeper into meditation. We will also understand what exactly is the reflection in the Eastern wisdom and contemplation. There are some thoughts. The exact moment you are in is perfect, no matter where you are. What is happening, good or bad, it is just perfect. Good is not, neither good nor bad is perfect. The perfect transcends the good and bad.
Okay.
So when the mind transcends, the mind understands how to transcend the good and bad, then that is perfect.
One second. Stop. Guys, why are you meeting people? Let's cut her. My great dog. Okay? Stop. Someone was delivering a package and the dogs had to save me from that.
Oh.
The dog comes and eats my breakfast.
So, every moment is definitely perfect if we transcend the mind, but we should know how to transcend the mind. And that is the journey of meditation. Meditation, one definition, is to transcend the mind, intellectual understanding. And after that, a realization should take place. Then we can enter into that moment which is perfect all the time. Do I know the yes? It kind of hits you like a whack in the face. Life just comes into color. Everything is clear. Yes, I could see. Now there is an urge, innate urge. It is manifesting in you to know what exactly is that whack in the face. What exactly it is. So that is why we have sometimes lot of frustration, lot of anxiety, and that comes from our past experiences. Those experiences are from our actions. Thought, speech, and action all comprises our action. And we want to be perfect in our action, but the action never seems to be perfect. Never seems to be perfect. So then what happens? There is a lot of inner turmoil is going on. And out of that turmoil comes the frustration and anxiety and the duality and a lot of conflict. These are known as the impurities of the mind. Unless we purify the mind, there is no way to reach to the real self. There must be a total purification of the mind. In that purified state of the mind understands what exactly is calmness, what exactly is peace, what exactly is the joy. In those moments, the mind transcends. And that becomes the highest meditation. And even we have 7 different stages of meditation that we are going to talk about it. Never forget the 3 statements that I'm going to make now. First statement, I do not know, let me know it. I do not know, let me know it. So I do not know the sun, let me know it through the physics or astronomy. I do not know the earth, so let me know it through the science of geology. I do not know my real self, so let me know it through the Eastern wisdom. First step.
Is it like a kind of like a surrender?
We will talk about surrender, but just knowing, I do not know the dog, let me know the dog. So is it a surrender? So we will talk about surrender. We will talk about each and every word. That is the beauty of the Eastern wisdom. It doesn't say that you have to blindly believe, but you have to start with a belief pending inquiry. That is the meaning. I do not know, let me know it is the first statement. But then what happens? I know it, but I do not understand it. So the second statement, I do not understand, let me understand it. But my dear friend, I try to understand, but the mind, the impurities of the mind, the hesitation comes in between. I have to get rid of this. A clear and a deeper understanding comes when the mind is able to maintain its calmness. It is able to see the things as it is.
Is that the third statement or just an explanation?
It is the second statement. I do not understand. Let me.
I know it, but I do not understand it.
Yep. Yeah. So first statement is I do not know. Let me know it. Second statement, I do not understand it. Let me understand it. Third statement. Okay, I have understood it, but there is no experience. I do not experience it, so let me practice and experience it. The entire journey of, in a nutshell, I just created three phrases. So once we explain, once we understand it deeply, the import of these three statements, we land up in realization. Yesterday, that guy was very sad. He said me that I'm very sad. Lot of people, gangs are trespassing the border in Arizona, and I'm in Phoenix, so there is problem. So I said, very good. So you are sad? He said, yes, I'm very sad. I said, give me 3 benefits of sadness. 3 benefits of sadness. 3 benefits of frustration. 3 benefits of anxiety. 3 benefits of, I am totally gone, I am frustrated. I said, can you give me any 3 benefits? There is no benefit of sadness. There is no benefit of anxiety. There is no benefit of frustration. We try to rationalize it and we try to derive the benefit. You may say, because, I started crying because, it calms me down. So I told him that, please, let us stop our sessions from today. You found the solution. Whenever you have a problem, start crying and move into calmness. You found the pill. Eastern wisdom is follows its logic in order to clear doubts and in order to have an understanding. No, that is not possible. I said, then why you are saying, is there any benefit of the sadness? Now,
Could I ask you,
yes.
I can understand, logically what you're saying there. Are you saying that there's no benefit for, any emotion, including, happiness and joy and, those types of things as well?
We need to understand what exactly is emotion, and then we need to understand what exactly is happiness. And once we have an understanding, now there is no problem. Now you need not to ask the question. We don't have an understanding. And without
Okay.
understanding, we get carried away. We get carried away. And then there is lot of issues. Ryan, I have been crying for you. Why the heck you are crying for me? In society, in our relationship, we use these phrases. Another guy, who is also attending, is a wonderful guy. I gave this girl 200%. I said, who told you? You have been with me for the last 1 year. You did not give me 10%. What I have been teaching you. So we have to understand what exactly is the emotion and what is the role of emotion in our life. Then only you can ask that question. But just making that statement so emotions do not have a role, it does not make any sense. So we will understand emotions of anger,
Okay.
emotions of fear, emotions of happiness,
So
or
when you ask the question, what is the benefit of sadness and anxiety? Those types of that question. It's more. I don't know.
that's why I made the three statements. We
Yeah.
try to now apply that in a simple format. Do I know peace?
No.
So I don't know peace, let me know it. And the simple answer, I have to explain it, but I'm not explaining in today's session. Peace is a state of consciousness. So I have certain information. Now I do not understand. Let me understand peace. So peace and the consciousness are only one, which is independent of the body, mind, including the emotions. So I have to again explain you that how it is. Now I don't experience it. So let us withdraw the mind within, which is scattered outside, and that mind, when it leaves the entire world of name and the form, that mind enters into the state of the calmness and the peace, and you experience
And that could be applied to anything.
it. And that can apply to anything and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So whether you say relaxation, peace, or calmness, we don't say you take a pill, I feel a physiological changes and a biochemical changes, the science attributes peace, calmness, and relaxation as some physiological and biochemical correlates. Your level of creatinine is very low, then you are supposed to be in calmness. You have a parasympathetic dominance in your nervous system, then you are supposed to be in the state of the calmness. We have millions of cases whether you have parasympathetic dominance is not there, you have a higher creatinine level, and still you are calm. So that calmness is independent of any physiological, biochemical changes that is taking place in the body and the mind, which is independent of these things. What is our definition of calmness? The mind that is scattered outside in millions of directions is gathered within, so that the mind leaves unwanted, unnecessary, undesirable thought, feeling, and emotions, and you land up in peace. That is also one of the many definitions of meditation.
Okay.
I could see that urge in you in your video. So that urge is there. So I have to redirect my frustration, my anxiety, to meet that urge to find my real self is the journey of the Eastern wisdom.
Yeah. Definitely.
That is very important. Not if you go to a psychiatrist and they will give you a pill and they say, oh, calm down, you have a lot of mental issues. We don't say that. Our perception is totally different. Totally different. So mind is gathered within, that is scattered in many directions outside. Why it is scattered outside? Mind is scattered outside in millions of directions because of strong likes and dislikes, hate, anxiety, duality, and conflict. So that is dropped. Then what happens when the mind is gathered inside? It reflects the inner self, which is of the nature of calmness, and we come to a conclusion that peace is our essential nature. That is what we need to understand. In the state of that calmness, we rise in awareness. In the state of frustration, anxiety, duality, and a conflict, you fall in consciousness.
For sure.
I fell in love. That is why you have a problem. When you rise in love, you don't have a problem. And oh no, I fell in love you. That is why you have a problem. You gave 200% to a girl. That is why you have a problem.
Yeah.
So from there we get a kind of what we call the self-aware. Why don't let us do a simple practice? Yeah, let the dog sleep and let us keep your notebook, lie down and close your eyes.
Okay.
So everything is a live session, that is what I've been doing for more than 45 years. Eyes are closed, hands are placed on your bed facing up. Find out just near the thighs,
Okay.
Yes, because if I keep my hands on the heart, it may trigger our past emotions. So eyes are closed. Now find out the most comfortable position of your head and the neck and your shoulders. Why I say comfortable? So that you do not find any unease at the physical level. How do we understand it? How do we experience that? That is our first step. I am translating what I discussed just now. I am repeating. What I have to repeat? If I gather the mind that is scattered in millions of directions outside at the subconscious, habitual, impulsive level, to within, I raise my awareness. I rise in awareness, and that gives me an understanding of what exactly is the calmness and the relaxation. So the first step is being comfortable. So that being comfortable, we will experience by sensation, comfort, and steadiness, the three experiences together. No, but how to do it? Yes, I'm going to I'm going to give you the instruction. So you look at the neck joint. So your mind, now body is not moving. Yes, now I will give you a couple of also challenges that you will discover. First, you have to believe and then you have to discover. If the body moves during the practice, it means the mind is working on you. And if the mind is working on you, it is trying to move outside in millions of directions, subconsciously, habitually, impulsively, instinctively. Very good. So I have understood it. So you have understood it. So are you aware of it? Yes, I'm aware of it. So look inside the neck joint. So your mind is just aware of the joint and be there inside the neck joint, and now comes your awareness. That awareness experiences the sensation in and around the neck joint. Then you experience, because of that sensation, there is a comfort and there is also a steadiness. Look mentally or be aware of the shoulder joints. Feel and experience the sensation, comfort and steadiness. Your mind, this is the first time we are going on a regular session. So when we do it first time, the mind tries to push you and it wants to move outside. So we endure it. So looking at the shoulder joint, looking means you are aware, looking means you are feeling, and then you experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. The mind goes to the hip joint, being there. Feel the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Move the mind on the knee joints. Now see what I said, you move the mind on the knee joints. You don't move the body. So now you have already risen in awareness. And attention is holding the body. That is very good, my friend. You are understanding, not only understanding, but also moving into an experience. So hip joint, feel and experience the sensation, comfort and steadiness. The entire body. Now your mind, your level of awareness aligns with me. That is the relationship between the teacher and the seeker. So when there is an alignment, I just give you a simple answer. We will talk in detail. So that alignment by the seeker with the teacher is called the surrender. That is why we need a teacher in the Eastern wisdom. So you are aware of the entire body. Even the animals listen to these instructions. You'll be surprised. So you are looking at the entire body. Looking means awareness. Again, I say, so you rise in awareness. In that rise in awareness, you experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. If I say move the mind on the skin of your body, from the top of the head to the toes, gently, and you will definitely experience rise in awareness. In that rise in awareness, you have an experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Sensation, comfort, and steadiness. We have only done the very basic in the first step. Every time we learn and do the practice, I will go deeper into what is being comfortable. Now we move to the next step, so that what will happen every time I move to a deeper level of each and every step, your mind continues to rise in awareness and you'll be absorbed into what we normally say meditation. Don't go by Google. Google is not going to help us. Be carefree is the second step. So we have to maintain an experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. In that state, now the second step should work. What is the second step? I use the word carefree. What is being carefree? Literally, it means free from the cares. No, but who cares me? Aha, mind, subconscious mind, impure mind, anxious mind, dual mind. Oh, you want to say that carefree means free from all the cares that the mind does? Answer is yes. No, but what to do? Hold on. Just an understanding, looking inside the forehead. So we find the blankness or emptiness or simply the space. Plus thoughts, feeling, emotions, they come, they go. So what is the meaning of being carefree? You are watching the space and also the thoughts, feeling, emotions. No, but what to do with the watching? No. You are watching to know that the thought, feeling, emotions, whatever they come to the mind, they are separate and different from you. How come? It is like traffic on the road and you are standing across. It is like the birds flying in the sky, like the thought, feeling, and emotions, but nothing happens to the space. Oh, this is what do you mean by being carefree? Yes. So what I'm doing nothing. I'm just knowing that space of the mind is independent, separate, different from all the thoughts that enters into the mind. They stay, they may leave, they may come, they may go. So you are simply watching, you are an observer, you are a knower of these thought, feeling, emotions. The moment you have separated, how you have separated? They are already separate. You simply know that they are separate. So what that means, that is the meaning of carefree. So what will happen being carefree? Oh, what will happen being carefree? You will further rise in awareness. Further rise in awareness means what? You are gathering the mind that is scattered in millions of directions. Oh, that is purely what is explained in the books, and what is the practice is totally different because of misunderstanding. So we have to remove miss and we keep that understanding. Let us move little deeper into the next step. Now move the mind on the entire head and the neck. Can I explain differently? You allow the mind to touch the skin of the head and the neck. So what is going to happen when I give you that instruction? You will discover deepening of the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Now I'm using the word relaxation. Why I'm using the word relaxation? Because the mind is now getting gathered inside. Why? Because of the first two steps, being comfortable and being care. You have to listen to this millions of times, means you have to do the practice before the next session at least 10,000 times. What is going to happen? That you have to share. Move the mind on the right arm. Make sure the right arm is not moving. You are moving the mind on the body. You are not moving the body on the mind. Don't know why you said. Not moving the body on the mind, but mind is moving on the body. Why? With the rise in awareness, it can happen. Moving the mind on the body, on the right arm, from the shoulder to the fingertips. And the moment you move, you start feeling an upsurge of energy or sensation. We will talk about it, why it happens later, step by step. And then experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Oh, yes, it's happening. But it will definitely happen in the state of being comfortable and being carefree, which you are into that state. I appreciate. So move the mind on the left arm, or I can say touch the skin of the left arm, from the shoulder to fingertips. And when you move the mind, you find an upsurge of energy, and energy leads to sensation, relaxation, and stillness. First time, my dear friend, first time, you have a conscious experience of relaxation and in between, sensation and stillness. That is just the beginning. Move the mind on the middle portion of the body. You need not to worry about your dog. You are with yourself. From the shoulders down to the waist, from the shoulder to the rib cage and the belly, and to the spine until the waist, and experience the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the right leg, or I can say feel the right leg, or I can say touch the skin of the right leg through your mind from the right side of the waist to the toes. And now experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the left leg. You already understood, so I need not to go for it. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Oh, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So now we had the 3 steps, and we had the 3 layers of our experiences. Being comfortable is a conscious experience. Being carefree is a conscious experience. Being carefree is a conscious experience. And being in sensation, relaxation, and stillness is also a conscious experience. This is just the beginning of gathering the mind that is scattered in millions of directions. Or you can say, for first time, this may be a meditative state, but this is just a fraction of tip of the iceberg. Did you notice? I followed the instruction. I followed the three phrases. I do not know, let me know it. I do not understand, let me understand it. I do not experience, let me practice to experience. So you have an experience, the three layers of your experience. Yes, we will continue the journey. What I do not know. I do not know. This mind is scattered in millions of directions, and when it is gathered, it is redirected inward from outside to inside. Oh, I find some changes. So when I gather the mind, scattered outside, I find some change. We will talk about that change later. Nothing can be given in one go. And I do not understand. Yes, I do not understand. So, but now I am understanding. Oh, this is what do you mean by being comfortable? This is what do you mean by being carefree? And that is what do you mean by sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Oh, yes. So we will go little deeper into the next step. What is the next step? Almost we do nothing. But why I said we do nothing? If we do something, if we do something at this moment, our ego mixed with thought, feeling, and emotions, will disturb. No, but I will not be disturbed. No, don't say that. It happens. It happens to everyone. So what do you mean by doing nothing? So doing nothing and simply looking at the breath. So when I look at the breath, I know the breath. So what I know the breath in and out. The breath is going in and out. So with in and out, there is a sensation of the breath. I'm not doing anything, but still I feel that sensation of the breath. What is the third point that you need to understand? Do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Why? We will get an answer later. So you just keep looking at the breath, knowing in and out, and feeling. Just a feeling of the breath. So now I decided to give you another session, but when you sent me an email, I want to help you prove the point when you said the moment. That moment is this feeling of awareness of the breath. But this is only a simple definition at this moment. So what is happening in this moment? Mind is living within. Mind is living within. It is gathered within. It is independent. It is not dependent or hijacked by any likes and dislikes. Okay, yes, you can agree to that. And it is a simple rise in awareness while looking at the breath. You know how many times you rise in awareness? We rise in awareness until we rise in awareness until we reach the highest point. What is that highest point? Is the real self. What is the highest point? Is the permanent peace and happiness. But I just made it very simple. So you are into that state at this moment. No, but it means every time I want that state, I need to do the practice in the beginning. Yes, I need to do the practice in the beginning. Yes, in the beginning. Yes. But then what happens? What happens? Uh, you hire a driver teacher. You take the help. Do you keep the driver all the time? No. Listen to it. It should deepen your practice. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand. So when you bring your mind on the right hand, keep looking at the right hand, you will start feeling again little more sensation. It's again a question of rise in awareness. Move the mind on the left hand. Again, rise in awareness and slowly, gently lift both your palms and place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside your eyes. Wait for a minute. Just stay in that state. So it means eyes are open inside the palms and you are almost absorbed into the darkness of the space. So we can get a feel of what exactly it means by rise in awareness. And now bring the hands down, sit up. Let us share our experience.
Well,
yes, what happened? Tell me.
I don't know what happened there. I think the dogs turned. And the computer, is that what you're asking? What happened there? Or what happened in my meditation?
Yes, what happened to your meditation? I could see the smile on your face.
What's that? I could see a smile. There was a smile?
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely was aware of the body. I had I've been having this shoulder pain. So laying down like that is really painful.
Okay.
And so that was present, especially initially, the focus was on, there was definitely my mind kept being aware of that pain.
Yeah.
But as I got into it more, it just was more an awareness of it, but not a fixation on it. So that was interesting. And
That is the first experience of transcending not only the pain but the body.
yeah, so like that, I found that to be like really interesting. And I also like, I guess maybe the smile came, when the dog started barking, and then the dog came over and started eating my breakfast. And like there's an awareness of like, it's okay, just peace. I guess peace, like not trying
Ah,
to control it. It just is like, it is, it just is.
it is peace. Next time you may like to keep our dog outside until we have a session.
Yes, I will do that.
So you see that, I wanted to give you another, but you rightly said you are always welcome. I always welcome each and every of my students and seekers on this journey to send me their reflection, whatever they are feeling throughout the week. If they have questions, they have issues, they have challenges, because it helps me to redirect this teaching and personalize it. So, and that is what, perhaps I have answered through an understanding and through the practice all the three queries plus your videos today.
Yeah.
It is just the beginning, it is not the end of the story.
Yeah, I understand that.
So when I say I don't know, let me know it. So it means I should know my mind is scattered in millions of directions of which I am not aware, or I am subconsciously, habitually, impulsively aware. So, as long as this impulsive nature continues to work through our mind, there is no chance of moving to that peace which Eastern wisdom talks about. One aspect. Now come to the another understanding I don't know. So let me understand. So now question comes, can I get rid of all these impulsive past impressions? Answer is yes. How do you know that? At the time of the birth, you did not have those impressions which you have now. At the time of the birth, you did not react to your mom the way you are reacting, getting into anxiety and frustration now. So it was borrowed.
Yeah, I was thinking like another thought that came into my head, but I didn't share it, about the real self was like, it's that self that existed before I was born.
Yes. Yes. So hold on to that thought. We are going to discover that. So you see, take an example again. I know I am dad is the first-hand information. I'm talking on behalf of Ryan. But when we try to understand, we find dad, wife, husband are labels, concepts society has created.
Yeah, they're illusions. Yeah, for sure.
A man is a husband, and then you divorced. Mm-hmm. Now, after divorce, do you remain husband?
No, not in the society label, no.
Then where the husband has gone?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's permanent. Yeah, so it's like it can't be obviously that can't be the real self because it doesn't exist in the past, the present, or the future.
Not only that, my friend, there is never a struggle and a fight between a man and a woman. There is always a fight and struggle between a husband and a wife. So
Yeah.
it means
You attach to the labels.
My fight is also a delusion. I don't hear you. My fight is also a delusion. And if my fight is a delusion, why the hell I am upset? Why the hell I have a reaction? Why the hell I am angry and upset? I'm opening a Pandora box.
Yeah, so like because I do have like a girlfriend, so like like the boyfriend is a label, the girlfriend is a label, it's an illusion, and so if there's a fight there, then obviously it's a fight between two things that are just illusions, that doesn't even exist.
But my experience goes opposite to it. I'm frustrated. I'm into anxiety. I'm reacting. I'm fighting.
But that's not I. Yeah.
No.
It's the illusions that are doing that.
Yes,
right?
yes. Intellectually, I have understood that is not I, but my experience proves otherwise.
Yeah.
So that is, I have to go deeper and reach to a state for a point of the real self. I have to recognize and acknowledge and realize that is not at all affected. And when I acknowledge and realize, that is the point of awakening to the real self.
So it's basically that realization that the I that I think I am is not real, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a long journey of this I. I has minimum 1, 2, 3, 7 different layers, which causes the trouble, which causes the delusion, which causes the anxiety. And that is what we need not only to understand, but through the meditation, I have to experience that all these 7 layers of the I is the false, it is causing the delusion. Once I understand, then the marriage has no meaning at all for the real self. Divorce has no meaning at all to the real self. And then the conflict and the stress has no meaning to the real self. Then what happens? Because I'm awakened to that permanent peace and happiness oozing out of the real self, so that will take care of all our anxiety and duality and a conflict. Then we know how to be able to maintain that state of the calmness.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like, I'll like talk about a little experience because I used to do like therapy, like talk therapy, and they focus so much on, my needs, my wants, it's so much on that. It almost created
more problem, more issues.
More problem. So like, I have found value in, like, if I'm feeling like upset, like let's say I notice like I'm upset about someone in traffic, I see value where like just like it's not natural, but I can like quickly go through it. But like, okay, that's what is upset. It's not even. It's this ego. It's this like being able to like walk through like that's not really me. That's an illusion. That's a label. And then I just release it. So like,
yes,
is that okay to walk through that? Like it's like kind of like clunky and slow to walk through it, but it's definitely has proven to be way more helpful for me than therapy.
Yes, what happens, you are right. What happens when we say the talk therapy? What happens, that is basically uh, a, a system of modern psychology. And in modern psychology, one group of modern psychologists says mind is everything. Second group of psychology says mind is nothing. Mind is not an entity. And because of these conflicts, they have 10, 15 different models of the human being. One of them, you are talking about the need and the desire, etc., etc., etc. Second problem with the modern psychology, I have been a counselor, for many, many years.
Yeah.
And So they want to find a solution through the mind, which is already living in ignorance and stress. Eastern wisdom wants to find a solution by going beyond the mind, by transcending the mind. So when I transcend, when I see objectively even the mind and all its garbage, I know what needs to be cleaned, what needs to be dropped, what needs to be transformed. But in all the talk therapy, the mind wants to treat the mind. When the mind is already suffering, how the suffering mind can treat the mind. And that is why you see during the last almost 150 years of progress of modern psychology, what is the progress? We have more than now diagnosed 3,000 mental and emotional sicknesses.
Yeah.
And a number is growing. And still we are not able to find the ultimate solution because the mind cannot find the solution, which is in stress.
Yeah.
So, but in Eastern
It's like the teeth or the eye trying to look at itself, you know, like,
yes,
or
yes,
the teeth trying to bite itself, or the ear trying to listen to itself. You know, it's like they're trying to use the mind to fix itself when the mind is the.
yeah, 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 yeah. Mind wants to, the problem wants to find a solution, not possible.
Yeah, it's not possible. It drives you crazy.
It makes you crazy. So, what we are going to do in our next session is, we will be definitely doing the practice, and I'm going to send you this file. Please do the practice maybe 100 times every day.
Okay.
Why 100 times every day? You will be able to separate what is the scattered mind and what is the gathered mind.
And when I do it, do I need to be laying down, or can I be like?
No, you can do in any posture. You can sit on the
Okay.
couch, you can sit, you can lie down, you can take
Okay.
on one side. Only one thing, that the body should be in a comfortable state.
Okay.
And in our next session, we will understand that what is the next step, 3 phrases, where the 3 phrases takes us to.
Did you say that you lived with your teacher, or do you call it
Yes,
guru, for like 40
yes,
years?
for almost for 26 years with one
20 years.
master, and then I met more than 100 masters in the Himalayas at different places. And because, I had those kind of a frustration at the young age. Studying modern psychology did not give me that solution.